Treasure hunters, welcome back. It's 2019. It's time to get back to doing some real content in this Forrest Fenn treasure hunt. We're past the holidays, New Year's, Christmas, all that is behind us. So let's get started. We're going to go right to this one. This is going to be the Forrest Gets Mail section. I kind of browsed through and I picked one out that caught my attention. If you go to Dale Neitzel's blog, it can be found on Dale Neitzel's blog. It's in the Forrest Gets Mail or the More Mail section. You can also find it on my blog if you just type any one of the keywords out of this email or Forrest's response that I show you. So anyway, let's get to it. This is the email I want to discuss, everybody. This was written from a guy named Bruce to Forrest. Bruce is a skeptic. He doesn't even believe that the treasure exists. He believes it's some kind of medical study that Forrest is involved in, something to do with Alzheimer's. I don't want to go through and read the whole thing. You guys can read it. You can pause it and you can read it. But I just want to tell you what it's about. Then anyway, he goes on. He doesn't believe that the treasure exists, but he goes on. Then he talks about, well, he's ordered the books. And he's got his first trip planned in 2 weeks with him and his son. Now I find that very peculiar. If you don't even believe that the treasure exists, why would you waste your time and money going out on a treasure hunt that you don't even think you're going to find anything? Then he goes on to talk about he's worried about safety. He's wondering if he needs to have a gun. So here's Forrest's response to Bruce. Forrest had written Bruce back, and he said that he hid the treasure at the first onset of dementia because he knew he had the disease, and that he had written a note that revealed the exact location of the treasure in case he wanted to give clues later on. That is very interesting that Forrest would write that, and he would put that out there that he wrote a note. He also says that he hid it, and now he can't remember where he hid it. In the letter, he goes on and goes into some incoherent babbling. I think this is for Bruce's, towards Bruce, because Bruce said, talking about Forrest's Alzheimer's. But anyway, it's not really that section of Forrest's response that I wanted to focus on. It's what comes next, this bottom section right here. Is this section, the very bottom section that caught my attention, where Forrest says, there's no gun necessary if searching in New Mexico, just watch out for the rare rattlesnake. If you're searching in Montana or Wyoming, if you see a grizz, you should be safe as long as you can outrun your son. Now that's what keyed on me right there when I read that section. If you're searching in Yellowstone, Montana, Wyoming, grizzlies are not uncommon. They're all over the place in that area. And kind of the same with New Mexico. In New Mexico, rattlesnakes are not uncommon. Rattlesnakes are all over New Mexico and all parts of the state. However, there is one rare variety of a rattlesnake in New Mexico. That's the ridge-nosed rattlesnake. This particular rattlesnake is only found in one section in New Mexico. It's the furthest southwest corner of New Mexico. This particular rattlesnake is found in the Animas mountain range, which is the furthest southwest corner of New Mexico. They're commonly found in the narrow mountain canyons, found in the belts of the pines, generally from 5,500 feet to the 9,000 feet in elevation. The behavior of the ridge-nosed rattlesnake is to hide in leaves and cobble rocks, canyon floors, places like that. I don't know if Forrest is trying to tell us something with this, but it seems like he's really hinting at something with this. Do you remember in the New Mexico tourism video, I believe it was, Forrest is walking along, brushes the leaves down beside the bush. Just things like that, And it's possible he may be using this particular snake to try and relay some type of a message to us, I don't know, is it Southwest? Like when Forrest got his new dog, remember? He brings up Southwest a lot. He had to go pick the dog up from Southwest Airlines. It's just things like that he keeps bringing back up. He brings it back up for a reason. And it's just kind of things that keep rolling around in my head. So when I see key words like this, like the word rare, that stood out to me. Because I knew that grizzly bears are common, rattlesnakes are common. Why use the word rare? But, is he trying to help us? Possibly. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll catch you on my next video. Thank you.